Hi all, very much good evening to all of you, and I hope you all are able to hear me as well. So let's get started with our today's session of filters, okay, in Tableau. So I'm going to share my screen and just let me know if you can see my screen. Okay, are we able to see my screen, everyone? And my voice is loud and clear to all of you as well, right? You can give confirmation in chat. Okay, perfect. Okay, in yesterday's session, we looked at some basic charts and the formatting thing related to those charts. Formatting in the sense I wanted to beautify those charts using marks card. So now we are going to see about filters and pages, these two shelves in Tableau. So we know that there are in total five shelves in Tableau: rows, columns, marks, filters, and pages. These are the five different shelves we have in Tableau. Shelf means a compartment. So what is the main purpose of filters anywhere is to restrict the data in Tableau or restrict the data in Tableau charts. Means what? Suppose I want to show the year-wise sales or month-wise sales, and that I want to show means I want to show that only for particular product, or I want to show that month-wise sales only for a specific city. It means I am restricting the other cities to flow into the chart, right? So this is what we call it as filter. Okay, that is the main intention, or that is the main primitive reason behind adding the filters. So there are many filters in Tableau. Means there are extract filter, data source filters. Okay, we have dimension filters, we have major filters. Okay, we have context filters and quick filters. So we have many types of filters available in Tableau. So we are not going to see all the filters. We are going to see the ones which are normally used across the industries. The filters that are normally used in any project is dimension filters, major filters, and quick filters. These are normally observed filters. So what do you mean by dimension filter? So let's begin with dimension filter. So in the filter shelf, if you add any dimension from right hand side, any dimension, you may add one dimension, two dimensions, three dimensions. You may add as many dimensions as possible. So whenever you add multiple dimensions or one dimension in filter shelf, whatever you see here, that is called as a dimension filter. On the other hand, from the left hand side pane, if you add any measure into filter shelf, whatever you see over here, that is called as a major filter. So in the name of the filter itself, it is said, what is it, dimension or measure? Okay. So what I need to do, I will be showing you one example of product wise sales as a bar chart. Okay. I want to show product wise sales as a bar chart. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add product name and sum of sales in these rows and columns respectively. So this is product name. You can see that how many products we have in our data set. Total products that we have are 1849, and then sales. So by default, the aggregate function in Tableau is sum, that I told you in the first session by default. Now you can just format, I mean, you can just convert this into highest to lowest using this sort icon. And then you can also show the sum of sales values on the right hand side. I can just format it like I can get rid of, okay, so yeah, I can get rid of this x-axis by using show header option. I can get rid of x-axis. I can get rid of these grid lines using format. Okay, that we know yesterday we did this. And I can also get rid of this product name dimension, the product name heading. So I can right click on it and I can say this option, hide field label for rows. Okay, so you can just make sure that you can increase the distance between the two rows. And now you have properly visible products. and the bars. So now you can simply increase the distance, increase the width of product name this way. Okay. So now you can see we have proper names and proper distance between each product. Okay. So you can see which product is having the highest sales. It is 61,600. That is the highest sales. So the name of product is Canon Image Advanced Copier, which is second highest. It is Fellows PB500 electric punch plastic comb binding machine with manual bind. So the sales of this particular product was the second highest. And likewise, I can go down and then you can see that the lowest sales product is Eureka disabled bags, disposable bags. Okay. Okay, so what I need to do is that there are so many products. Now my main intention is to select a specific product. Okay, so if you want to do that, what you can do, you can apply the filter on product name dimension. So I can apply the dimension filter on product name. This way I can add the product name in filters. So whenever you add the product name in filters, you can see that this option is shown. Filter is applied on product name dimension. So let's, in the general tab, you can just click on here and you can see the list form. Like you can just click on check boxes and whichever products you want, you can just select those and then click OK. For example, all means select all products. None means don't select any product. So when you say none, nothing is selected. Now, let's say I want to select some specific products. Okay. So you can see that how many products I am selecting. You can see 6 products I selected. Click OK. Can you see the 6 products? How many products we did have? We had 1849 products. Now I am looking at the data only for 6 products. Okay. Out of 1849, I am selecting 6 out of 1849 total products. Okay. So this is how I am, applying filter on product name dimension. Okay. Suppose you don't want this filter to be applied. What you can do is you can just right click on product name dimension and the option will come which says edit filter. Click on it and make sure you select all. Now you can see that we have selected 1849 members, means we have selected all the products. Now what I can do is that don't select anything because I am going to show you on how to select the Apple products. Out of 1849 products, there are some Apple products and I just want to focus on Apple products, right? So here you see the search box, search text. So here you can type perfectly the name of Apple. The meaning is that the moment you type Apple, so Apple may be present at the starting position. Apple may be present somewhere in the middle of this product name as well. Meaning is that wherever Apple name is there, that product will be found out. That product will be shown. So now the moment I type Apple, these products are highlighted. Now when I click on all these check boxes will be selected. Okay. So let me just click on all. You can see that all the Apple products have been selected. How many Apple products have been selected? 7. So in our data sets, we have 7 Apple products. Now click OK. And now you can see that we have 7 Apple products shown. You can see on bottom left how many rows we have. Apple iPhone 5, Apple iPhone 5s, and so on. Correct? So this is how I am actually showing you the Apple brand sales. So in Apple brand itself, Apple iPhone 5 is such product which is having the highest sales value. Okay. And Apple AirPods is having the lowest sales value. Okay. Now, suppose what I need to do is I want to focus on only Apple products, those Apple products whose name is starting with Apple. Okay. So out of 7 products, how many Apple products are there which is starting with the name Apple? So there are 4 such products. First one, second one, third one, and fourth one. All these highlighted products are starting with the word Apple. So can we only filter on such products? Yes. How? You can simply right click on product name dimension filter and you can just click on edit filter. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on all. So select all products first of all. You see wildcard option, correct? So click on wildcard. In the wildcard, what is the use case of it? You can actually find the, or you can actually match the pattern which you are going to type here. Okay. So do you want to find Apple word anywhere? No. I want to find Apple. I want to find the product which is starting with the word Apple. Okay. So I'm saying show me all the products which is starting with the word Apple. That is the main use case of wildcard. You can also search the products which are ending with this word, or you can also search the products which is exactly matching this word. Okay. So I'm saying show me all the products which is starting with this word. Now click OK. Can you see we have all the 4 products which is starting with Apple, right? So there are only 4 such products available which are starting with Apple. All right. So this is called as wildcard. Okay. Now I don't want to apply any wildcard. I will say clear everything. So nothing is applied. Now what I need to do, I want to apply Apple products. I want to see all Apple products. So I'm searching all Apple products. Click all. So how many Apple products selected? 7. Now what I need to do, I want to show all the products except from Apple products. Means out of 1849 total products, how many Apple products are there? Are there? 7. So can you get rid of those? Yes. Then how many products I will see? I will see 1842 products. Means show me all the products except from Apple. Don't show me Apple, but show all others. So if you have that requirement, what we normally do is, initially this is none, we select all, not select all, we select none. Here we search for Apple, we select all. You can see that we have selected 7. All Apple products are selected, but we don't have to select those, we have to exclude those. So you see this option which says exclude. So whichever the selection you have made, do you want to exclude those? Yes. So let's click on exclude. Now see what happened. All the selections that you made are now excluded. Okay. And now here the summary changes to excluded 7 of 1849 values. It means we are getting rid of 7 values out of total values. So in total, here I should see 1842 values. Okay. So now you can see here on bottom left that we have 1842 members left. This is the use case of exclude. Exclude means, do you want to get rid of some members which are not fitting in your requirement? You can exclude those, ignore those. Okay. So that is the exclude part. Now, what I'm going to do is that I'm not going to apply any filter. I'm going to select all. So all products 1849 members are shown. Now, what I need to do is I want to show the products whose sum of sales value is more than maybe 18,000. Can you show me all the products for which the sum of sales value is more than 18,000? 18,000. So we have all these products for which the sum of sales value is more than 18,000, isn't it? How many products we have? 3 and 3, 6 plus 2, 8. There are 8 such products. So these 8 products I want to show. Okay. It means you are applying a condition on product name saying that sum of sales should be more than what? 18,000, isn't it? So what is my condition? Condition is these values, whatever the values that you see, okay, these values should be more than 18,000. What these values represent? These values represent sum of sales, correct? So this chart is what? Product name and sum of sales, right? So obviously these values will be sum of sales. So my condition is like this. Sum of sales should be more than 18,000. This is my condition. Okay. So how to do that? You can simply edit the filter. You can go to this condition tab and you want to apply the condition based on one field. By field, which field? You are applying filter on what? Product name. So you want to filter those products for which this condition is true, right? What this condition is based on? Which field? sum of cells, right? So it is already selected. You can see this is cells and what aggregate function? Sum. So sum of cells should be equal to, not equal to, less than, equal to, greater than, greater than. So what is my condition? It should be greater than, this condition should be greater than 18,000. So click OK. And now you will only see those products for which the condition is true. Isn't it? Very simple. Correct? So all these products are actually being shown for which the sum of cells value is more than 18,000. You can also see all those products whose sum of cells value is less than $5. So I can go here. I can go to condition. I can say it should be less than $5. Okay, so click OK. There is only one such product, okay, which is having the value less than $5. Okay, so now I'm again, going with the condition. I am saying don't apply any condition. Now what I'm doing is, can you show me all the top 5 products? I don't know the sum of sales value. Okay, but can you show me top 5 products, top 5 performing products? Okay, if you have that requirement, then you can go to top condition. You can go to top, and here you can say that I want to see top how many members, how many products? 5. So type 5 by sum of sales. Show me top 5 by sum of sales. Hit OK, and then you will get to see all the top 5 members. You can also see the bottom. You can also see bottom 5, bottom 3, bottom 10, bottom 15, any number. Okay, you can go here, edit filter. You can go to top. Now instead of top 5, you have to see bottom 5, right? So you can just change top to bottom this way. So all the bottom 5 performing products you can see at once. So these are the worst performing products, okay, as far as sales is concerned. Okay, so this is how I can actually filter on the dimensions. Because we have drag and drop dimension in the filter shelf, this is called as a dimension filter. Okay, and because of this, you are actually filtering out the chart. Okay, so I hope my first filter, or whatever the dimension filter that I explained just now, is understood. Now take your time and complete this product name dimension filter. Okay, let me know in case of any doubts you may have. You can send the queries in the chat window. Okay, so please work on filters. Filter plays very important role, and almost in all the projects that you want to work in companies, you will see that many filters are applied on multiple charts across multiple worksheets. Okay, no, see, whenever you want to apply the filter, suppose you want to apply the filter on particular top or particular condition, okay, make sure that you are selecting all the members. So no filter is applied in general tab, no wildcard is present here, okay, no condition is applied, it should be none always. So first make sure that all these things are done, and then you go to top. All right, so then it will come. Okay. What is the use of by formula in filter? It means that, do you want to filter the data based on some formula or code? Then in that case, you can use or opt for that option which says by formula. Okay. I have getting problem to drag data in table. It's simple. So in data source pane, once you connect to sample superstore, you simply have to drag and drop orders over here once, and then come down to sheet 1 and create, drag and drop product name in rows, drag and drop cells into columns, sort the data, show the labels, and add the product name into filter. Okay, so by default, you will see like this. You can just click here and then search for Apple, click OK, and see the Apple products. Now then you select all, go for wildcard, select starts with, See only the Apple product starting with Apple word only. You have to type Apple here, right? Then clear it. Okay. Then you can go to condition. You can mention the condition as sum of cells should be, greater than 18,000, right? Like this you can mention. Then make sure you are making it none at the end. And then you are going to top, right? Then you are selecting by field, first top five and then bottom five. So these four things we can easily do on any dimension, correct? Yeah. How to remove product name? To remove the product name in the field, you simply have to right click on product name and there's an option called as hide. So last option you can see. So that will remove the product name in the field label. Explain the steps after putting the data of products and sales. So product name and sales, once you add, you have to drag and drop product name in filters. That's it. Okay. Sort, I mean, you have to click on this sorting as well and show the labels. Sort, show labels. This is called as highest to lowest sorting. And this T icon is used to show the labels. These are the labels. What these numbers are shown? These numbers are shown for sum of sales. How to get rid of x-axis? Simple. Let me show that. So if this is a x-axis, what you do, you simply right click on x-axis and there's an option called as show header. Okay. So just click on show header. So x-axis will be removed. How to increase the space between the bars? For that, what you have to do, move your mouse between the two product names this way, and then you will see some up arrow, down arrow, like one vertical line. You can just drag and drop above, below, okay, like this. Okay, like this. So you can adjust the space. Yes. How have you made bars in order? By selecting the sort icon. This is a sort icon. Okay, this sort icon. Yes, Samir, that's what I just explained now, how to give space. Move your mouse between the two products and you can just increase the space by dragging that line below. This is the way how you can increase the space. What is the name of this chart? It is bar chart. And how to use formula? Because we don't know how to write formula, so we are not using that option. Okay. This is bar chart only. Okay. So you can give the dimension filter, like you can give the name to this sheet as dimension filter if you want. Okay. Or you can simply give it as filters. Simple. Okay. How to hide the lines? Simple. You have to right click on empty space and click on format. And then you go to this option which says lines. Go to columns. In the lines, go to columns and grid lines. You have to make it. Those are called as grid lines. Adding filters is easy compared to Excel filters. Yes, those are easy. You are using Tableau public, so export is not available. Sheikh Sadiq. Okay. Yeah, so export button will not be available in Tableau public. It is available in my case. So if I go to file, you see this export option. Okay, export as PowerPoint. Okay. So this option is available in my professional edition. I'm using professional edition. All right. So you have to add a product name into filter shelf. Okay, edit filter. So go one by one. First, you can search for Apple products. Click OK, right? Then you will see only Apple products. Now, once you apply the Apple products, then again come here, right click, and you just have to click on edit filter, correct? Then make sure you're selecting all and then move to wildcard. This is how you should do. While moving from one tab to another tab, make sure all the values of products you are selecting in that tab. So in the wildcard, you will say clear. Okay. This clear should be grayed out when you move from wildcard to condition. Okay. So in wildcard, you will type Apple starts with, show me all the products which is starting with Apple, like that. I just gave you an example. Okay, then clear it. Again, go to condition tab, go to by field, say sum of cells should be greater than some value. You can mention value. You can click OK. You can see the result. Again, open this filter. Now you are into condition, make it none. Then go to top by field. You can go with top 5 by sum of cells. Okay. See the result. Come back to the screen again. And now you change top to bottom. Bottom 5 by sum of cells. You click OK. You will see bottom 5. The result that you see in my screen right now is the result of bottom 5 products. This is how you should work on dimension filters. Is it? It is possible. It is also available in worksheet option. Worksheet option. Not worksheet option. That export option. If you see worksheet export, this one, right? So here you don't have option in PowerPoint to export it. You have image, data, and cross tab to Excel. All right. You don't have PowerPoint. Okay. Check in your system. Sorry. Because you are using Tableau public, so check in your system whether you have the export to PPT or not. Okay, so I hope that everyone might have completed the dimension filter and you might be getting information on how to apply the dimension filter on this particular chart. Okay. Now there is one problem with the dimension filter here. If you don't know the calculations, as of now, we don't know the calculation. So what I need to do, suppose I want to get rid of this product name filter. So what I can do, I can just drag and drop it below and I can get rid of all the filters. Okay. So there is no any filter applied here. Now using dimension filter, it is not possible to search those products which is in this range, 15,000 to 20,000. We cannot find the products which are in this range, 15,000 to 20,000. We can do this, like we can find the products which is greater than 15K. Okay. Then we will see all the filters which are greater than 15K. Even you can see all the products which are greater than 20K as well in this scenario. But what I wanted to do, I wanted to restrict the products till 20K. So we cannot filter the data based on range of values, range of sum of cells values. And that's where major filters come into picture. So in this chart, this chart is made up of two objects. One is dimension, one is measure. So which measure is used in this chart? It is sum of cells. So I can filter out the products based on sum of cells values, which are in the range of 15,000 to 20,000. In such case, I need to add sales value into filter shelf. So I can simply drag and drop cells into filters, and then I can select sum because all these values are sum of cells. So I need to select sum. It is asking question, how do you want to filter on cells? Like, do you want sum of cells, average cells, median cells? So since all these values are sum of cells, I'm selecting sum of cells. Click next. Now here you can see this option, range of values. So you mention the lower value here, you mention the upper value here, and just hit OK. Simple, right? So I wanted to see, like, what are those products for whom sum of sales value is between 15,000 and 20,000. So I'm typing those values, 15,000, 20,000. Hit OK. And now you can see that these are the list of products which are coming between 15 to 20,000. You can even search the products which are between 20 to 25. Okay, 20 to 25. So edit filter. So here I can write 20,000 and 25,000, right? 20 to 25. Only two products are there, 20 to 25. Okay, it is Cisco and then Horn series task chairs. So some chairs and some Cisco system video conferencing. Okay, so this is the main use case of any major filter. The first use case of major filter is to show the values in some range. The second use case is that if this sales values consist of some null values, blank records, you can actually remove those by using filter condition. Okay, so that is another use case. So you can remove the product name dimension filter, and instead of that, you can add the sales value in filter shelf. Then one dialog box will come up, select sum there, and then mention the range 15 to 20, 20 to 25, and so on. So this is called as a major filter. So you can take 2 to 3 minutes to do this activity. So please do this. Okay. So x-axis is removed by right-clicking on x-axis. Show header option will come. Select on show header. Okay. So that way you can remove the x-axis. Only one filter is active when we use dimension filter. It is not like that. You can add multiple dimension filters in filter shelf. You can add dimension filter and major filter together as well. Okay. Then the result that you will see in chart will be the intersection of these values. Okay. No, it's not like that. You can apply multiple conditions together as well, Mahinder. Okay, you can apply top and wildcard together. You can apply general and condition together. Okay, all the conditions you can apply at the same time. Okay, that is also possible. It's simple. You try. I mean, you just filter out for Apple, and then you apply the condition as sum of sales should be less than maybe 5,000. See what happens. Search for Apple products, and then in the condition write sum of sales less than 5,000, and then you will get the two conditions getting applied. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So see, Tableau is very user friendly, and once you get hold of it, you will actually feel that it is very intuitive and it is designed as per user development. Like whatever user want, he can do the development according to his requirement. So it's like it is based out of user's interest. So you should be very much familiar with this. Okay, whatever we are learning now, it is just an overview on how to apply filter, how to change color, how to create different charts. Okay, Tableau is way beyond that. Okay, this is just a starting. I hope I am audible. Pranil, check your network. Okay, so I hope everyone might have completed the measure filter. So measure filter is used to apply the range of values for that measure. Okay, all right. Now let's go ahead and let's see the other filter, the last filter that we normally use in the dashboards. That filter is nothing but quick filter or interactive filter. So what happens here is that whatever the canvas that you see in Tableau, for example, this white color space is a canvas, correct? So only this much space or this much place is exposed to the end user or client. The person who is end user is not exposed to rows, columns, marks, filters, pages, or any section outside this red color box. Okay, so if user wants to apply the filter, then it is not possible for him or her to apply the filter by his own. Okay, so then user actually asks us to change the filters for them. But this will be not, this will not look good if they are not able to change the values in the chart by themselves. Okay, so what clients demand is they wanted to change the values in the filter. So what they request is they want some drop down like filters. Okay, so there will be some drop down. Okay, and then they can select some values from drop down, and that drop down should change the value in the chart. Or they may demand that they want to see some radio buttons. Okay, some radio buttons values for some filters, and then they can select some specific value. Let's say they can select this value. Okay, and then if they select only single value radio button, okay, the chart should change. So all the filtering part, let them do. You just have to make these filters available on right hand side. So this such kind of filters are called as quick filters or interactive filters, which are driven by users requirements. So user will change, user will see. So you can create multiple values drop down. You can select single value drop down. You can create a radio button filter. Okay, so these three kinds of requirements generally come up in creation of dashboards and tabs. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to create the category wise and subcategory wise sum of cells as a bar chart. Category, subcategory, sum of cells. Okay, so let's see. So I'm going to add category over here, and I'm going to add subcategory over here. You can see that category wise, subcategory wise cells, right? So I can show the sales value in columns. Now you can see the bar chart, correct? Simple bar chart. I can get rid of x-axis. I can make this as an entire view. I can sort by labels. I mean, by highest to lowest value, sum of cells, right? And I can also click on this show labels so that I can see the labels as well. Okay. Now I can just filter out this, not filter, I can just format the grid lines. I don't need any grid lines. Okay. And now what I can do is that I can give the different color according to categories. Means what? Means I want to give the color according to category values. So in the color marks card, if you can add the category, you will get to see that different subcategories are having a different colors based on category under which they present. Okay. So this is how I am showing the values. Okay. So let me just hide this legend. I don't want to show legends. Okay. Now, what is quick filter? Quick filter is the kind of filter which user will select and then the values in the chart will change automatically. Okay. So those filters will be shown on right hand side, maybe in radio button, single value drop down or checkbox format. Okay. So what I need to do is I want to show the state. I want to show the state filter on right hand side. Okay. So the requirement is I want to show the state. If I select any particular state, then this chart should change for that state. That is the requirement. So user have more authentic, I can say the control over the data. Okay. So that user can actually see what is happening in different states under different categories, right? So that is the main use case of this interactive filter. Now, what I want on right hand side is the state, correct? So you can see that where is the state? State is present over here. You can simply right click on state and then you can actually click on the option which says show filter. You can see that show filter option is here, right? So you can simply click on show filter, right? So click on show filter. The moment you click on show filter, you can see that state values are coming as part of checkboxes. You can see those, correct? These are the states. The moment when you say that state show filter, state filter is added over here. Plus you can see automatically state as a dimension filter is also getting added over here as well, right? Automatically. Now what you can do is you can actually click on uncheck all. So nothing is shown. So let's say I want to focus on Alabama. What happened in Alabama? So you can see what happened in Alabama, right? You can go to full screen mode and you can see. So in Alabama, chairs is having the highest sales. Okay. And then second highest is, I think, machines. Third highest is, I think, yeah, this one, phones and so on. I can even see, let's say, Connecticut. So in Connecticut, again, chairs is having the upper hand, right? You can see that. I can even see for Florida, what happened in Florida. So machines are getting sold the most in Florida, right? What about fasteners, envelopes, labels? I mean, there is no scope of those products there. Okay. So see, this kind of analysis I'm making out. So let's see for New York. So there is this search button. I want to see for New York. Okay, where is New York? Here it is. So you can search, New York will come. So select it. In New York, phones are getting sold the most. Okay, followed by chairs and then machines. Okay. So that's how I can analyze the data. And I mean, user can analyze the data and then they can take the decisions further. So you can select the values, multiple values, and then you can see the data is changing, basically increasing, right? You can see. I can select all. So all the states are selected. Now the thing is that if you like this checkbox, you can show that. Do you want to convert this into radio button? You can just go here in this drop down icon. And then there is an option called a single value list. You can see these icons. Okay, so if I click on single value list, so only one by one you can see, because radio buttons are nothing but one value at a time, right? You can see what happened in Arizona, correct? What happened in Arkansas? What happened in British Columbia? Okay, what happened in Georgia? Okay, you can see Quebec, it's a Canadian state. Okay, what happened in Texas? What happened in Wisconsin? Okay, so you can see one by one. Only one value is selectable at the moment. If you don't like this, if it is occupying a lot of space, you can have this space covered by drop down. Means what? Instead of showing the values in radio buttons, you can actually show the values in single value drop down. You can go here and then you can select this option which says single value drop down. Okay. Now you can see that values are now shown in drop down. So much like your Excel, right? Drop down. Okay. So one value you can select at a time. Whenever it is saying single value, means you can select only one value at a time. Whenever it says multiple values, you can select more than one values at a time. One value or more than one value. Any values you can select. Okay. So now I can go here and I can show you that multiple values drop down. Means In the drop down, you can now select multiple values this way, right? Isn't it? So this is again one of the best features that Tableau has. So it is up to users what they want. Single value, multiple values, how they want to show all values at once or in drop down or in checkboxes. So if you want to get this checkbox back, you can see that these are the checkboxes, right? You can select multiple value list. So these are the checkboxes. All right. So this is, you can just select all or you can just click on this clear all filters. Now you can see all are selected and the cells of all the states put together are shown over here in the bar chart. Okay. So this is how I can apply the quick filter. One more thing, suppose, let's say I want to delete this. Let's say sheet number 2 is category wise and subcategory wise cells. Let's say sheet number 3 is a pie chart. Now, yesterday we know how to create pie chart, or instead of pie chart, let me create a line chart. Okay. So how to create line chart? We know, ordered it. Okay. And select the continuous month. You can select the continuous month and then you can select the sales values and you can show the values, correct? So this is your continuous line chart. If you remember, we did this in our yesterday's session. Okay. Now what I need to do, this is line chart. Okay? Now the question that we have is, whatever the state I select, let's say, let me select Alabama. So now this sheet number 2 is getting filtered out for Alabama. Do you want to apply the same filter on line chart also? Means what? Do you want to show the progression of sales in Alabama, like in January 2019, how much sales? In February 2019, how much sales? Did we have the sales in fact or not? Okay. So do you want to show the trend? Do you want to show the sales value from 2019 to 2022 for this selected state? It means, do you want to apply the filter from one worksheet to another worksheet? If that is a requirement, then what we do, we right click on state and then there is an option called as apply to worksheets. There is an option called as apply to worksheets. So which worksheet you want to apply this state filter on? You want to apply the worksheet, you want to apply to selected worksheets. So this state filter is getting applied to sheet number 2, the state filter. So do you want to apply this state filter on line chart also? Yes. So select it. So click OK now. Now go to line chart, see what happened. What happened? You can see that the line chart is now showing for Alabama only. Do you want to show the name of the state on the top also? Yes. How? You can simply double click on it. You can remove the sheet name. You can see automatically this state appears here, right? I did not add in filter shape in line chart. Automatically it comes up. Now you can go to insert and then you can just add the what is the name of filter? State. So you can see that state is present and now the state values you can add. So you can just make it blue color. You can make it 20. Okay. Okay. So just click OK. You see which filter? Alabama. I mean, which state? Alabama. So Alabama saw the highest sales in which month? In November 2021. This is my analysis. Okay. And which category of product was having the highest sales for Alabama? It is chairs. Okay. So you can see that highest sales was observed in Alabama in November 2021 and the lowest sales in Alabama was observed in the month of October 2022. Only 10 only. Okay. And this is second highest, November 2019. And October 2022, it was the lowest. Am I right? So this way we can, pass. So you can not only pass one value, you can pass multiple values. You can pass Delaware, you can pass Illinois, you can pass Kansas, Maine. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I passed on 5 states. You see what happened now. correct? So the total sales of all these five states is now shown from this value to this value. All right. So let me just reduce the font here. Yeah, you can see. All right. So this is really good analysis we can make. So you can see that in November 2022, you can see the sharp increase in sum of sales values. Okay. It might be due to Thanksgiving Day. It may be due to some week vacations. Okay. It is because of that. So only for these five states, this is what we have. This is the trend chart. Okay. So this gives me a lot of insights about what happened in these five states over the period of time, isn't it? Okay, so most of the clients demand for the same, and most of the clients actually want to derive some conclusions based on the same concept. That's why quick filter or interactive filters are really helpful in carrying out such analysis in dashboards. Okay, so now you create this category and subcategory wise sum of cells, add category in color so you can see the colors, and right click on state and click on show filter so that it is available on right hand side and select some values. Simple. All right. Are quick filter and interactive filter one and the same? Yes, both are same. Drop down, if you want to show state drop down, you can simply go to this option, and then there's option called as single value drop down. You can just select on single value drop down. Okay. So this way you can select, let's say California. So I selected California. Now see what happened in line chart. Title California, correct? So this way you can change it. All right. Do we have a different line chart in the same chart? Line chart is a different worksheet. So I have used month of order date, sum of sales. If you remember yesterday, we created this continuous line chart. Why I'm calling this as continuous? Because this is major, right? Continuous. So that's why we call this as a continuous line chart. And you can see we get each year, each month sales, right? January 2019, February 2019, March 2019, and so on. It is simple. What you do, if you want to sync up the state filter with line chart, you right click on state, you click on apply to worksheets. Then you have to select this selected worksheets option and then click on line chart. Simple. That's how you are passing the value from this worksheet, sheet number 2 worksheet to line chart. So you can pass as many quick filters to line chart as possible. Take your time and complete this interactive or quick filter activity. Yes, for sorting, always remember we click on this icon for sorting. For showing the values, we click on T icon. These are labels, right? So this T and this T both are same. How to change colors for different category? See, I have added the category of color. How to change bring label of another worksheet to current worksheet? No, I'm not clear with question. How you have added state name in line chart title? Yes. So in line chart title, what I did, I double click on title. I removed whatever we had here, sheet name. I just went to insert and then I selected state. This way I added the state. So whatever you see in this tags, less than, greater than symbol. So it is nothing but the name of state, value of this dimension. Okay. If you have any questions, you can ask in the chat window. You don't have to raise the hands. Can we get jobs only on Tableau? Only on Tableau, you may be getting, but companies are looking for more skills rather than Tableau. So in IT, what happens is that you should focus more on multiple skills rather than on one skill. Okay. So it becomes imperative to have multiple skills. Okay, so only on Tableau, yes, people have received the jobs only on Tableau, but you should also have the knowledge of databases. Okay, you should have the other software knowledge as well along with Tableau. That will make sure that you have more chances of getting selected. Okay. Can we sort the cells in this view independent of category and subcategory? See, the sales values are shown with respect to what we have previous. So 63,000, why 63,000 is coming over here? Because it is for furniture and chairs. For this combination, 63,000 is shown. Okay. So the sales values we are sorting based on category, subcategory, and sum of sales values. Okay. So all these three things are synced up together, and that's how it is sorted. Okay. When you click on this sort, let's say I click on this. Now the sales values are sorted from lowest to highest, right? You can see. So now it is not like you have to sort from highest to lowest. That is not possible because you have category, subcategory. So you cannot say that this 67,000 should come on the top and then whoever is the lowest, let's say fasteners is lowest, it should come on bottom. That is not possible. Correct? Because you have category. This fasteners comes under office supplies. So if you are showing the group or section of office supplies, fasteners will be shown in that section itself. Okay, so we are sorting the sections, and in Tableau these sections are called as pane, P-A-N-E, pane. Okay, so we are sorting the pane. Okay, sir, will you please send the data set link again? So I think data set is already shared multiple times, so you can request the host to share the file. Are the data structures algorithms necessary to pursue career in data science? Yes, data structures algorithms are vital. Those are the crux for you to become data scientist. Okay. And for data analyst, you should know, so you should have the multiple softwares knowledge. Like Tableau is one of them. You can also practice databases, SQL queries. You can practice Power BI. You can practice advanced Excel. You can practice Python. Okay. And all other available or trending analytical tools. Okay. How to remove category from right hand side? You mean to say the color legend, right? So if you want to get rid of color legend from right hand side, you can go to this option, click on it, go to legends and just click on this color legend. This option should be unchecked. Okay, this is how you can get rid of color legend. How to get different color for furniture, office supplies, technology. Yeah. So that's what I said. You have to add category on colors. That's how you'll get different colors. Okay. Is the role of data analyst differ from business analyst? Depends. So it depends on your work. So in IT companies, what happens is that people may, so you have been hired as a data scientist, but you are doing manual work of Excel. Okay, so that we have seen in service-based companies. So it really depends what company's expectation from you. What is the expectation of you from company, or what company wants you to do? Okay, you have been hired as a Tableau developer, but then you'll be put into different project with different skill set. Okay, most of the times this case happens. Okay, so as of now, I mean, if you talk about definition wise, business analyst and data analyst are somewhat different. Business analyst is the person who closely work out with the clients, understand the functional requirement of clients, and convert them into technical stuff. Data analyst, on the other hand, focuses more on the technical aspects and delivering the solutions using softwares. Okay, so technical knowledge matters the most to data analyst, and for business analyst, it is a functional knowledge. However, in some of the cases, business analyst also does the work of data analyst. Data analyst also does the work of business analyst. So it's mix and match. How to apply filter in sheet 2? Simple. You right click on state and you click on apply to worksheets. Click on selected worksheets and click on line chart. Click OK. Because the name of worksheet is line chart. Okay. Please explain the steps of designing the chart. So you're asking about this chart. You add categories, subcategories, sum of sales. Okay. Then you have to click on this sort icon. Then you have to click on this T icon. Then add the category on color so that you'll get the colors. Simple. This is how I created this chart. If you're asking about line chart, then drag and drop order date into columns. Then select the continuous month, the second month, not the first one, second month. Use the sales, line chart will be created. Show the labels, T icon. And I just shown you on how to apply the filter from sheet number 2 or worksheet number 2 to line chart. And you can simply double click on title, remove whatever you had previously here, go to insert, and then add the state value like this way, state, correct? So whichever state you are selecting, let's say now let me select Idaho. Now line chart will also show Idaho. Okay. So this way you can pass the filter and change the line chart. Okay. Yes, Namita, I will show how to create dashboard as well. You can apply filter from one worksheet to another worksheet, from one chart to another chart simply. Okay. Yeah. As you said, inside user can't see other than sheet canvas. Then what about state quick filter? Is it also? So where is this canvas? I mean, where this state filter added? It is added in this canvas itself. Okay, so you can see. So this filter will be added or it will be shown to the user. Okay, in the dashboard. So at the time of creation of dashboard, I will show you on how to create or how to show the filters. I will show you 4 filters. Okay, so at that time you will understand. All right. Yeah. That's called analysis of data. Samir. Yeah. How to change colors of line chart, Sanket? I just went to color and I selected any colors. I selected pink color. You can select yellow color. You can select maroon color. Okay. Any color you can see. Okay. Georgia. So this is what happened in Georgia. All right. How to remove x-axis values? Simple. Right click on x-axis and click on show header. Click on show header. This is how you can get it. Please show us how to deploy dashboard. Deployment, Tirunand, for that we need ExcelR. I mean, we need Tableau server, and Tableau server is not free. Tableau server is available to only client. It is licensed one. Okay, and it requires some confidential information. I mean, it contains the client information. Okay, so not everyone is given access to it, and server is not free like Tableau public. Okay, how to include x-axis again, you meant to say, Mahinder? If you want to show x-axis again, so what x-axis was showing in line chart? Month of order date, right? So you can right click on month of order date, and then there's option called as show header. So click it back, x-axis is back. Okay, yeah. All right. So are we able to create the two worksheets, pass on the filters, change the filter values in sheet number 2? Okay. Are we able to do this? Very simple. Yes, Nikhil. So Tableau Public that you just installed, it's a free version. Okay. Please show again how to generate drop-down list of it. So for that, what you have to do is right click on state, and then you have to select this option, single value drop-down. Okay, you see this. Select it, and then you will see single value drop. Okay. How to get a line chart? For that, you have to go to line chart, and simply you have to drag and drop order date in the columns. Select the month, drag and drop sales value into rows. Click on T icon, you'll get line chart with labels, right? Okay. What is the use of line chart? Line chart is actually showing me the progression of sales right from the starting point to end point. So our data is from 2019 to 2022, right? So it shows me month-wise analysis. In this month, how much sales? In this month, how much sales? In this month, how much sales? Like that. How to convert month and year into only year? Month and year only into year. You're asking about x-axis. Could you help me understand difference between dashboard and storytelling that we will see at the end? What is symbol in front of state or province in filter shell? You hover the mouse on that and you'll get to see. So it's not a symbol, it's basically giving you information. Okay, so when I hover the mouse, it says that it applies to selected worksheets with the same data source. Means, what is a data source in this chart? Sample superstore. What is a data source in line chart? Sample superstore. So do we have the same data source in both the worksheets? Yes. Then this filter will be available. If the data source is different in case of line chart, then filter may not be able to apply. Okay. So this is what it is showing in information. So basically on x-axis, you can show the month as well. I can right click edit axis. I can go to tick marks and I can select fixed and I can say months also, right? And then close it. Now you can see it is showing me month, right? So how many months we have in total? There are 40 months. You can see on bottom left. There are 40 months here. So we cannot write the name of each month plus year also, right? It is not possible. That's why we have the gap of 6 months. And that's how it is shown. Okay. All right. So yeah, so there will be a lot of questions. So we have to go ahead now. So this is what we call it as filters in Tableau. Okay. So in total, there are 6 filters, but on most of the occasions, we go with the dimension filter, major filter, and quick filters. Okay. All right. Okay, so let's go ahead now and let's see the next topic, which is nothing but pages. Filters are very important topic, one of the important topics in Tableau. Almost in 99% cases, you will use filters, okay, in projects. Now, what do you mean by pages? Pages is basically the feature in Tableau which is used to create the animated chart. Animated chart means what? Suppose I want to show subcategory wise sales, okay? So what I can do, I can simply add subcategory in rows. So see, these pages may not be able to work out in Tableau public software. Okay, it may happen that in someone's system it may work, while in some others cases it may not work. Okay, but if you have Tableau professional, then these pages will work for sure. Okay, so suppose if I have subcategory wise sales, you can see that in this way. Let's say I have subcategory wise sum of sales. Okay, I can sort this, I can show the labels. What is happening? You can see that we have all the 17 subcategories shown at once. Okay, you can see that we have all the 17 subcategories shown at once. Correct. So what pages will do? It is actually going to show me only one subcategory at a time. If you add subcategory into pages, it is going to show me only one subcategory at a time, and it will play it. It will play in such a sense that it looks like it's an animated chart. Okay, so pages is nothing but a feature in Tableau which is used to show me the series of events in Tableau. Showing one subcategory at a time is one event. Showing the next subcategory is another event. So such series of events it used to show in animated. This is what we call it as pages. So let me drag pages on, let me add subcategory on pages and see what happens. What happened? Out of 17, only one chart is shown, only one bar is shown, right? Now what I can do is I can just turn off the animation by going into format. You see the animations option. Okay. And then you can turn off this animation, make it off. Okay. Now you can see that this is what we have subcategory. Okay. Now you see this play axis, you can go forward, you can go backward. It's like a cassette. Go forward, go back. So click on this. Now see what happens. See, right? So it is like an animated chart. So it shows me one subcategory by cells at a time, right? So this is what we call it as pages. It will stop at fastness, right? I can even click on this back button, means go back, show from bottom to top. I can show in fast speed. If you click on this, this is fast. Okay, let me go top to bottom, bottom to top. Okay, you can also go with slow speed. So you can click on this and you can go with very slow speed. So you can see that title also changes and right hand side drop down also changes. Storage, tables. You can see that now it will be machines here, machines here, machines here. 3 places. Look at the title, right? So this is what we call it as pages. So here the name that it shows is actually taken from this drop down. Okay. So now take 2 minutes, create this subcategory wise sum of cells bar chart and add the subcategory into pages. Okay. Very simple. Again, it has very limited scope. I mean, most of the clients don't go with such animation, fancy things. They want to analyze their business, right? So they don't want anything to be shown as fancy. So they stick to traditional charts and they want the dashboard to look like a website nowadays. Okay. So that's what their intention is. So but we should know what pages is and what it does, right? It can move in loop as well. That is also correct. So you can go to this more option and you can see this option called as loop playback, right? And now I'm going to run this in fast speed. It is going to continue infinitely now. Okay. You can stop in between as well. Stop it. Go back. Stop. Go down. Stop. You can stop at any position, right? This is how pages work. Animation is not exported. Okay. Export means what? It is like a print screen option. That is called as export. Okay. Pranil. Who use these pages? Client use this because clients are going to see this in server, Tableau server as a dashboard. Okay. So they will get to see this in animated form. Yes. So in some of you cases, what will happen is that you may get internal error. Okay, that is a Tableau bug. It is not your system fault. It is Tableau product bug issue. Okay, while some people may be able to do this. Okay, this is due to system misrequirement. That's why you might be getting error. Can we use different animations? This is the only animation. In which cases we use pages? To show the animated chart, we use pages, like showing the information of one dimension with respect to some measures. How to change visualization, for example, table to graph. Go to show me, change it. That's how you change it. Is it showing error while using pages? Yes, that's what I'm saying. You may get error or you may not get it. Yes, Sanket, that's fine. Is page one query or multiple queries? Page is one query. Whatever you see here in dashboard, it is a result of visualization query language, which is running behind the internal activity of Tableau. Tableau engine is running the visualization query language. So query is running behind and the output of that query is shown as a chart. That's how the visualization tools work. Okay, so now I hope people who did not get error might be able to do this. People who got errors, no need to worry. When you work in companies, you will be given Tableau Professional the way I have, and then you can work with pages and then you can see. Okay, but as such there is no much scope given to pages. Okay, so this is what pages mean. Okay, so we have completed all the 5 shelves: rows, columns, marks, filters, pages. Okay, so in filters you can also pass the filter for year also. Okay, means what? Let's say I want to analyze the sales of maybe segments, so I can add the segment in rows, correct? And then I can add the sales values. Okay, so now you can see that this is a segment wise sales, or rather than this, what I can do, I can create the yesterday's table. Okay, I can create the yesterday's table. Means what? I can create categories, subcategories, sales, profit, year. If you remember, yesterday we created a table. So same table I want to create. So we know how to create it. You can simply add category first, subcategory. Okay. You can add sales, you can add profit. Okay. And now let me, instead of year, let me add the region. Okay. So let me add the region behind the major names. Okay. So we have successfully added the region. Okay. So this is what we have as the table. For example, instead of year, now I am taking the region. in the columns. That's it. Okay. Now what I'm doing with this, what I'm going to do with this is I am actually going to let me just change sales with profit and let me add the things in center. Okay. Yeah, perfect. So see what I'm going to do is let me make it entire view. Okay, this way. I want to analyze this data based on some date. Means I want to see this data for 2020. I want to see this data for 2021, 2022. I want to analyze this, what happened last year, what happened this year, or what happened in particular month of particular year. Okay. It means I want to apply the filter on order date. So what happens is that whenever you apply filter on any date dimension, you get two options. Do you want to filter on continuous or discrete? So we get two options. So when you add order date in filters, you'll get like this. Do you want to apply on years, or you want relative date or range of dates, how you want? So now I want to apply the filter on 2021 as a year. So I'm selecting year. Okay, so year. Which year you want to select? I want to select 2021. Select 2021. Okay, click OK. So see, the filter of year of order date 2021 is shown. So sheet 4 title, I want to show year of order date. So I can simply change. Okay. So I can write it here as period, and you can insert period as year of order date, right? So this period, I can have it in maybe gray. This year of order date, maybe blue color. Okay. So let's make everything in center. Correct. So this way I have added the things. Okay. You can see which period it is, 2020. Or you can have period in maybe maroon color. Which period it is, 2020. Now suppose you want to analyze the data for let's say edit filter. I don't want 2021, I want 2022. Click OK. Now you can see the data for 2022, what happened across different regions and for different categories and subcategories for sales and profit. Okay. Now what you can do, you can now say, I want to apply the filter, edit filter. You can go to condition, you can go to top also. Okay, you can do anything. Now what I need to do is, so let me just get rid of this. So you can see that there is no filter applied, period is none. Let me add order date again. Let me add some range of values. So range of dates I want to apply. What range of dates? From when to when? Like from, this is a lower date, start date, and this is the end date. Okay. So what is the start date? Let's say maybe I'm interested in 15th November to 15th December of this year. I mean last year. So how to select it? So select 2022 from here. Okay. And from here, I want to select December. Sorry, November. Start date is 15th November. And what is the end date? What you said? December 2022. And it should be 15th December. So in this month, 15 November to 15 December of 2022, in this range, tell me what happened. So this is what happened. Now in this period, so it is showing missing field because you removed that order date, right? So that's what it's saying, it is missing. What I need to do is get rid of this. Okay. And I want to add this order date. So you can add this order date. Okay. Where is order date? Okay. There is no order date mentioned over here. No problem. Okay. So you cannot add order date over here. There is no date field option, right? Category, we have major names, major values. We have, okay, major values means the values here. These are called as major values. Okay. So if you click OK, you can see I'm getting the lowest to highest value. So that we don't want. Okay. So let's avoid this because we don't have date. We can show only discrete field here. We cannot show continuous field, right? Let's click OK. And now whatever the date you selected, you can show that as well. Show filter. You can see that 15 November to 15 December. Suppose I want to show from last week of 2022. Maybe 2022 last week means what? 2022 last week means from 25 to 31st, right? 25 December to 31st December. So I can just select here next one, 25 December. Okay, 25 December to 31st December. So you can see what happened in the Christmas period, correct? Which region was having the highest sales, which region was having the lowest sales. So this you can analyze. So client also want to, they also request or ask you or recommend you to add the date fields as well. So whichever date they want to select, they can select in this range. Okay, so that's how you can show the things. Okay, so this is, yeah, so this is way how you can actually analyze the data. Okay, so you can also apply the filter on year and month as well. How? You can right click on order date, click on show filter, so you can see year. Similarly, you can right click, so show filter is already being shown, you can see year. So you can see that you can have this in drop down or radio button as well, right? 2020, 2021, 2022. Okay, what happened across all years, right? So, so this is how we can actually apply the filter on different values. Okay, you can apply the same filter to multiple worksheets as well if you want, right? So that is also possible. Why I am showing this filter again? Because when you add any data dimension in filter shell, you get multiple values. I mean, multiple options, range of dates, relative dates. Okay, so if I now, let me remove this. Let me now add order date in filters. If you select relative date, what do you mean by relative date? Means, do you want to filter on last 5 days, last 2 months, last 3 weeks, last quarter? You can do that. Okay, here also you can apply the range of dates. Here also you can apply the relative dates like previous year, this year, next year, last how many years, next how many years, year to date sales also you can, YTD sales. Okay. Then starting date you can mention, ending date you can mention, and special. Okay. So if you want to get rid of null values, you can filter on null values. So show me null dates only. Show me non-null dates only. Okay, means valid dates only, like that. Okay. So you can see that, suppose I want to see for previous month. So I can select previous month, click OK. This is a previous month's data. Okay. All right. So this is how we can actually work out on date filters. So almost you can expect around 70 to 80% of cases in the dashboards, clients want to see the dashboards with the filter as on date field. Okay. It may be any date. The date may be present in DD, MM, YY format, or the date may be present in only month and year format, or it may be present in any code format. Okay. So this is what is meant by filters. So filters is one of the important topics in creation of dashboards. Okay. So I hope this is clear to all of you on how to apply the filters. Let me look at some questions. So this cross table we created yesterday itself. You are very best trainer. Thank you, Samir. Yes, video is posted on YouTube. Can you show again pages animation? Yeah, very simple. What you do is you add subcategory on rows. You add cells on columns. This is how subcategory wise sum of cells you have, right? And then you can add subcategory on pages. Drag and drop subcategory on pages. Then you can just click on this play button. Okay, and you can see that this is an animated chart. Okay. All right. So you can stop in between as well. Okay. All right. Now I will show you the scatter plot. What do you mean by scatter plot in Tableau? Scatter plot means what? Scatter chart. Scatter chart is basically used to find out the relationship between two numerical columns. For example, if one numerical column that we have is height, and second numerical column that we have is weight. So do we have any relationship between height and weight? That I can show using this line. This is called as a trend line. So I can show trend line, I can show the scatter plot. Okay. So now what I need to do is I want to find the relationship between the sales and profit for various customers. Okay, I can do that. How? What you need to do is you simply have to drag sales into rows and profit into columns. So you can see that one dot comes up. Now you can make this as an entire view. So this one dot, one circle is nothing but total profit and total sales happening. Correct? Now this I want to show for all the customers. It means I want to show the customer name on colors. So I can add the customer name on colors, and now you can see that we have multiple circles. Okay. I can get rid of this color legend this way. Now you can see that if I want to know that what is the relationship between sales and profit, you can see on x-axis we have profit, y-axis we have sales, right? So what is the relation? Is it like sales increases, then profit also increases? If you think logically, it should be correct, right? If sales value increases, profit should increase. Okay, so let's see what our data set says. So if I want to derive a relationship, I simply right click on empty space and you can see this option which says trend line. And now I click on show trend lines. What this trend line is showing, depicting that there is a positive relationship between profit and sales. If you remember during your school days, you might have learned the equation of line. What was it? What is the equation of line? It is y equals to mx plus c, right? Y is equal to mx plus c, isn't it? What is the meaning of this? What is y? Y is nothing but the y value. What is x? X is nothing but x value. What is m? The slope of a line. Okay, delta y upon delta x, y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1, that is slope or tan theta. What is c? C is nothing but y-intercept, meaning that this line, whatever the line that you have, this line is touching y-axis at what point? That is nothing but c. So what we have on y-axis in this chart, sales. So it will be sales is equal to some slope multiplied by profit plus some y-intercept value. So this I will get to see when you hover the mouse on this straight line. So let me show that. If you hover the mouse on this straight line, can you see in tooltip what is the equation of line? Sales is equal to some m into x plus c, right? You can see that. So this is actually being shown by trend line. Okay, so we can say that there's a positive correlation or there's a positive relationship between sales and profit. It means if sales increases, profit is also increasing. Again, suppose you want to focus on these points. What happened? What is the relationship for these customers? Okay, let's see. What is the relationship? It is negative. Means if sales increases, profit decreases. It's like that. There's a negative relationship. Or if profit increases, sales decreases. The other way. Okay. If you hover the mouse for this trend line and in the tooltip, if you see, what you see is the slope is negative. If slope is positive, the line will be upwards. If slope is negative, the line will be downwards. Simple. Simple high school maths, correct? So this is what you can also see in Tableau. Tableau also used to create this equation and then it shows you what is happening. Now let's select these points. Okay, so you can see sales increases, profit increases by some margin. But here the profit slope value, even though it is positive, it is very small. It is 0.2. That's why you can think of this line as if it's a straight line. Okay, but as a overall, if you see, the slope is having sufficient or considerable value and it shows me positive trend. Okay, so that is the purpose of trend lines in Tableau. Okay, so you can create this chart now. Scatter plot we call it is. We call this as scatter chart or scatter. Okay. So please create this line part. Yes. What you do is you right click, go to trend line and click on show trend line. Okay. You can click on show trend line. So this line will come. How did you create those multiple color dots? What I did was I added the customer name into color. Whichever dimension you add into color, all the values of that dimension will be shown. Simple, isn't it? Yeah. How are we supposed to select different dots so that slope is changing? Drag and drop your mouse this way. Drag and drop your mouse. Select. How do you select the folders in your laptop? Multiple folders. That. Okay. You have error adding when you add the name to color. No, you should not get any error. First, you create sum of sales, sum of profit. Add the customer name on colors. Okay. If it is saying that there are many customers, then, and if it is saying that, do you want to add all customer names? So click on add all customer names. It is not an error. Okay. What is a trend line? Trend line is a line which is used to depict the trend of some particular numerical field over the period of time. Okay, that is called as a trend line. So we say that what is trending, what is a trend nowadays, right? It means it shows the previously what happened and what is happening now. So it shows me that summary. Okay. Can you show again scatter plot? Simple. Add sales, add profit, add a customer name to color, and then right click, trend line, show trend line. So this chart will be created. Okay. How you plot line? That's what I just showed. Section. Right click, trend line, show trend line. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. So now if I want to apply this to pages, like I want to see year wise, what is a trade, I can show that, like not year wise, month wise. I can add order date in pages. Okay. And instead of year of order date, I can show for each year, each month. Tell me what happened. Okay. You see what happened? January 2019. See, now I can play. See, February 2019, March 2019, April 2019, right? Isn't it? So see, if client has this requirement, then pages is useful, right? Correct. Very simple. It is going to show all the years, all the months. Correct. So almost for all the months, I mean, in fact, for most of the months, we have the positive relationship between sales and profit. If sales increases, profit increases. Okay. So that we can see. Okay, got it. Super. Yeah, I'm getting ABC as values for profit, sales in previous table. How to change them to numbers? It's simple. You have to double click on sales. You have to double click on profit. That's how you get the numbers. Okay. This we have created yesterday. Only the thing is that we didn't have region in previous or yesterday's session. We had year of order date. Now here I am taking region. That's it. Okay. All right. Now we can also do one thing, that you can see the shape, correct? You can change this shape. You can change this shape to any other shape. Maybe if you click on shape, you can change these hollow circles into solid circles. You can just click on these solid circles. You see, these are your solid circles, correct? Now you can just play it again. Okay. You can stop in between. These are your solid circles. If you don't want these circles, you can also change them with any other icon, maybe star icon. You see, star icon, or cross icon, or plus icon, or rectangle, correct? Or you can have any, I mean, anything. So this up triangle, down triangle, left arrow, right arrow. You can even go to more shapes. So this is called as the shape palette. Using this also you can change. Let's say I have this Twitter bird. You can use Twitter bird as well, right? Twitter bird. Okay, you can just play with this. Okay, it is not getting shown, no problem. So instead of this, let me use this circles only, right? So let me use circles. So yeah, solid circles. Okay. So scatter plot is very important for establishing the relationship. Very simple. As pages topics have been discussed in previous subcategory, can't be added to pages, but now order date can be inserted to pages list. Yes, you can add the order date. Simply drag and drop order date in pages. Okay. All right. So this is what we learned today. We learned about filters. We learned about pages. Okay. We learned about how to change the shape. Okay. And we also learned about how to apply the filter and how to pass the filter from one worksheet to another worksheet. Okay. So this is about today's session, the filters and pages. Now tomorrow, in tomorrow's session, what we are going to do is we are going to uh, see the calculations. So basically in Tableau, there are three types of calculations. We have basic calculations, we have level of detail expressions, and we have table calculations. So let me just name those. Okay, three calculations we have. Okay, so types of calculations. Okay, so first one is basic, second one is level of detail expressions, in short we call them as LODs, very popular, and the third one is table calculations. Okay, so we are, as overview, we are going to see the basic calculations. Okay, most of the occasions when you work in company and when there's a requirement to have some custom calculations, custom field you have to create, then most of the occasions we go with the basic calculation. Okay, so in basic calculation you can do any kind of arithmetic problem, I mean arithmetic equation you can write. You can create the ranking, you can do if else statement, right? You can conditional basic based statement you can write. Okay, then based on requirement you can actually change the color by writing the calculations. Okay, so these kinds of things you can do using basic calculations, and this is what is required in real time scenarios. Okay, so this is what we are going to see in depth in tomorrow's session. Okay, so I hope that everyone today might have enjoyed this session as well. Today it was all about filters and passing the filters from one sheet to another sheet, and how to show interactive filter on right hand side, and how to convert those filters into different way, like drop down, radio button, check boxes, correct? So these are all real time scenarios. I will show one thing, that suppose what happens in Tableau is this. Suppose you have region wise cells in tabular format, in table format. So what happens is that you can see that we have region and we have sum of cells. I double click on cells. That's how those are shown in table. Okay. While doing so, what happens is that you will observe that there is no column name for cells. There is no column name. So why does this happen? Because Tableau does not give the name of column in tabular format if there is only one measure. What happens is that when you double click on profit now, then automatically the column names appear, right? But if you have any one measure, it may be sales, it may be profit, it may be any other measure or any other calculation, the name of some column, I mean that the sales value does not come here, sales name does not come here, correct? So in order to do that, this was one of the interview questions. In order to do that, what we do is, it's a 2 or 3 steps process. You have to add measure values into detail this way. This is the only step to show the sales values. Now you have to filter measure values this way, filter, and what values you want to show here, sales, right? So uncheck all, just select sales, click OK. And in the columns, you have to drag and drop measure names. So where is measure names? Here, this way. Now you can see the sales come up. Okay. And now you can actually increase the distance between the column name and table. Okay. This way. All right. So this way, actually, you can add the name of column. Okay. LOD full form is level of detail expressions. Can we apply page to other sheet like filters? No, man, it is not there. Can we use box plot? Yes, there's a box plot. We can create it. Sheet number 4 you want to see? This is sheet number 4. You can take a snap. Okay. You can take an image of this. Okay. And one more thing, suppose since I'm a trainer at ExcelR, okay. So since I cannot share my personal details, if you want to, ask any questions related to maybe if you want to ask any career aspirations, any data analytics field related questions, Tableau related questions, queries, you can always connect with me on LinkedIn. So I'm available on LinkedIn. So you can search by my name, Shubham Kabra, and then you can connect there. Okay. So personal details are not allowed. We cannot share those. All right. Okay. So yeah, this is another aspect that we have discussed today. How to add the name of the column if you have only one measure in a table. Okay. Okay. So yeah, thank you, Mahinder. Thank you, R. Chavan. Thank you. So yes, I'm there on LinkedIn. You can search by my name, Shubham Kabra. So basically, I'm a senior consultant at Deloitte. Okay. You will see that description. All right. So yeah. Okay. So thank you all. That's it from my end. And I hope you are practicing the moment session is over, you are practicing maybe today or maybe tomorrow once you get free time. Please practice, because uh, if I am teaching you good and if you're understanding everything, still you have to practice. Okay, because self-study is the best. Okay, and that's how you can enter into this field and master. Okay, with that note, thank you all, and let's connect tomorrow with the new topics. Thank you. Bye everyone. Good night.
Timna? Timna?
Martin.
So can I?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.